Hey, my name is JP Mercier, and welcome to Lumberjack Planet. First thing important you need to know about the Bowsaw is how to put a blade correctly, because that will make a big difference between making a good cut and a bad cut. Okay, and have a good frame. I think everybody's got a good frame and a good blade. So then putting the bolt, so there's no need to teach you how to put the bolt through the hole, so you just do it regular. It's going to come with so what you don't want to see, give me a second, Matt.
Yep.
And like also when you put those bolts, it's not only finger tight. Okay, if you got a wing nut, take it out, put it in the garbage, and get high graded steel bolt. Okay, right, I'm using grade 12. And the reason why I like the grade 12 is because the head is a little bit thicker here. Same for the nuts. The nuts is really thick. And there's a reason for that, so we're going to show that later. So if I put it like that, I just finger tight it, and I put my tension on it. It's finger tight. That's good. I put the tension on it. You'll be able to make a cut. But right now, I don't know if you can see it, there's a big bow in the blade. Okay? There's a big round like that. So bigger the bow is going to be, more aggressive the blade's going to be, and you're going to be tough to get a smooth run. Also, if it's a big bow like that, then right at the beginning, the blade will have a tendency to do that. If it's straighter, the blade will stay straight. Finger tightening the nuts. What's going to happen when you're going to start to put weight right at the end of your stroke, okay, it's going to move here, up and down. You don't want that. You want to have the blade as tight as possible in these little pieces of steel there. Okay? Now, the way to make the blade straight on the frame, it's very simple. You take it out, you look at your little piece of steel here, okay, and you push a little fork up like that with a small angle, and then after that, you go with your wrenches and you tighten it as hard as you can. I'm using high grade the steel washer also. That's putting more pressure on the whole thing all over. Okay, then you get just as tight as possible. Don't be worried to break the bolt. If you break it, put a new one. I'm breaking about 2 or 3 sets of bolts every year because I'm putting the tension on it. I don't want to see my blade moving. Same thing with this one. A little bit off angle. And then you do the same thing. You tight the bolt as tight as you can, okay? Then after that, when you're going to put the tension on it, what that's going to do, as you're going to put the tension, this is going to pull the blade down, okay? And then now the bow I had earlier is gone, okay? This is the first step, okay, to make the blade as straight as possible this way. The second step is to have the blade perfectly aligned with the inside of your frame. That's going to make the difference between making a straight first stroke or a crooked first stroke. Because if I go and then you look at your blade, and what you want to see the blade cutting the center of your frame. If it doesn't, then you take your wrenches, because I got those huge nuts, you put it here, and you can tweak it in any direction to bring it straight to the center, and you do the other hand. And this is going this way. That means if I start, my blade right now is going this way. If I start pushing, I'm going to push straight, the blade's going to cut crooked. And I'm going to fight against my blade the whole cut, and my cut's going to be crooked. I'm going to lose time. You do the same thing. You'll just come here, and you get with your wrenches, and then you aligned it. If you don't have these big nuts, then just get a pair of pliers and just take this and move it with a pair of pliers. But that's why I like these big nuts, because I can just use my wrenches to tweak it. That's it. Now I'm centered there. I'm centered there. And I'm straight there. Now I'm ready to make my computation. That's how to put the blade on the frame to make sure you're going to make a good run.